Hello, this is CA Pravesh, and today I'm going to uh, give a brief history about GST, Goods and Service Tax, which is a recent and new tax introduced in India, and it is implemented since July 1st, 2017. So it is a historic change in tax regime in India, and it has a long history as well. GST stands for Goods and Service Tax. It was introduced it was introduced by 122nd Amendment Bill of Constitution, and it was passed by having an assent of President and it made 101st Amendment Act 2017. In GST, we'll have for rates like 0%, 5%, 12%, 18%, and the highest slab is 28%. Basically, 28% is applicable on items like aerated drinks, luxury cars, tobacco products. So, what is GST? GST is an integrated tax mechanism which has subsumed lots of indirect taxes which were levied in India from several times, like service tax, excise duty, octroi, entertainment tax, etc. Central sales tax. However, GST has not subsumed custom duty in it. So, custom duty is still dealt separately. So, coming to the history of GST, the reform process of India's indirect tax regime was started in 1986 by Vishwanath Pratap Singh, finance minister in Rajiv Gandhi's government, with the introduction of modified value added tax, which we also called mod VAT. This was the first VAT, indirect tax, introduced in India. Subsequently, Manmohan Singh, then Prime Minister under P.V. Narasimha Rao, initiated early discussion on value added tax. Then Manmohan Singh started discussion about the value added tax. Rather, a single common GST was proposed and given a go ahead in 1999 during a meeting between Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee and his Economic Advisory Panel, which included three former RBI governors, I.G. Patel, Bimal Jalan, and C. Rangarajan. Vajpayee set up a committee headed by Finance Minister of West Bengal, Asim Das Gupta, to design a GST model. Ravi Das Gupta committee was also tasked with putting in place the back technology and logistics, which is now called Goods and Service Tax Network in 2017. In 2002, Vajpayee government formed a task force under Vijay Kelkar to recommend tax reform. So now, when we discuss about GST, what we say is GST was move ahead or mooted through Vijay Kelkar committee. The Kelkar committee in 2005 recommended rolling out GST as suggested by 12th Finance Commission. But it is India. After the fall of BJP-led NDA government in 2004 and the election of a Congress-led UP government, the new Finance Minister P. Chidambaram, a very shrewd finance minister, in February 2006, continued work on the same and proposed a GST rollout by 1st of April 2010. which we all know was not possible because this is India. That's a joke. However, in 2010, with the Trinamool Congress rooting CPI out of the power in West Bengal, Asim Das Gupta resigned as a head of GST committee, and Das Gupta admitted in an interview that 80% of the task has already been done. This is in 2010. In 2014, again NDA government was re-elected in the power, and this time it was under the leadership of Narendra Modi. With the consequential dissolution of 15th Lok Sabha, the GST bill approved by the Standing Committee for Reintroduction lapsed. 7 months after the formation of Modi government, again new Finance Minister Arun Jaitley introduced the GST bill in Lok Sabha, where the BJP had a formation of Modi government, and the new Finance Minister Arun Jaitley introduced GST bill in Lok Sabha. In February 2015, Jaitley set another deadline for 1st April 2017 for introduction of GST in India. In May 16, the Lok Sabha passed the Constitution Amendment Bill having way of GST. However, opposition led by the Congress demanded that the GST bill be again sent back to the selected committee of Rajya Sabha due to disagreement on several statements in the bills relating to taxation. Finally, in August 2016, the amendment bill was passed. Over the next 15 to 20 days, 18 states ratified the GST bill, and President Pranab Mukherjee gave his assent to it. So in September 2016, overall task was completed regarding the introduction of GST bill, and President has already given assent to it. A 22-member select committee was formed to look into the GST process. State and Union Territory GST law were passed by all the states and Union Territories of India except Jammu and Kashmir. Paving the way for smooth rollout of tax on 1st July 2017. There was to be no GST on the sale and purchase of securities. That continues to be governed by Securities Transaction Tax. This is all about the history of GST, how it was introduced, and when the indirect tax was introduced in India. So beginning from 1989 to till the date 2017, there has been lots of changes in indirect tax mechanism in India, and yes, among which more than 160 countries to adopt GST mechanism. France was the first country, and India has become the part of it, and it's also a member of GST implemented country. And thanks to Modi government and NDA government. That's it, friend. And I have completed all the necessary historical movements for the GST. Thank you.